What's going on, everyone? Thanks for checking out this week's meal prep. Here's just a quick shot of all the meals. As always, you can find all of the calorie breakdown and the macros, the protein, carbs, and fats for each meal in the description, so make sure to check that out. And then here's just a quick shot of all the groceries, and you can also find the entire grocery list in the description. But I'm starting out putting down some damp paper towels, and then I'm gonna put my cutting board on top of it. That helps it from slipping. A subscriber actually told me that a while back, and it really does work. But I'm gonna move on to my chicken. And this week I decided to grill the chicken, and I'm also going to be using some of the new seasonings that I got by Cook by Color. Here in just a few seconds, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about them. And also in the description, I will put links with discount codes to those products. For the most part, the chicken is done, and I did finally get to use some of the seasonings that was sent to me by Arlene from, these ones are from Cook by Color. So I used some Sassy Me, which is sesame seeds, peppercorn, lava salt, and vanilla bean. I used Me, Myself, and Lime, which is lime, basil, cilantro, kiwi, and chiles. I used a little bit of the Belle of the Ball, which is bell pepper, raspberry, smoked paprika. And then I also used Habla Habanero, which is habanero, bell pepper, orange, and sweet carrot. So I used some of these on like half the chicken, and then the other half I used a few different ones. And now I'm also gonna add just a little bit of this chicken wing sauce, just a little bit of it to the ones where I used the habanero seasoning, and then to the ones where I used more of the Me, Myself, and Lime, I'm gonna use this mustache marinade. I don't know, I think just adding a touch of the sauces with those seasonings that I used, it just sounds really good to me. Now, normally I would probably use slightly different marinades, like I probably wouldn't use these, but it's all I have right now. I want to use the rest of this one, and I'll probably just again use a little bit of that. But yeah, it's what I had in the fridge. I didn't want to go out and get more, so I'll just use this, and I think it's going to turn out really good. The chicken grilled up nicely. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue with this prep. They are new seasonings, so I haven't really got a chance to use them much or even try them, but they did smell good. Also, I am doing a voiceover this week. I've gotten a lot of requests. I try to listen to the comments or read the comments and see what you guys would find helpful, and a voiceover seems like it's one of them. Now, keep in mind though, I'm not going over each step with this voiceover, but I can do that in the future. I just try to do these a little bit differently each time. Sometimes I don't add it, sometimes I do. Adding this voiceover, it's not that I don't mind. So there's just a lot that I kind of think about when doing these videos, is what's the best way to do them and how to get them out the quickest to you guys as well, with being the best quality. But anyways, moving on, I'm just doing some of the vegetables. I'm just cutting out the vegetables. I got asparagus and I have broccoli this week. A lot of times I'll get questions about what vegetables can I use, what vegetables can I substitute. You can substitute a lot of different vegetables. These are just some of the ones that Alex and I really like. That's why I prep them so often. If maybe you want to add onions to this, maybe you want to add a different substitution, or I don't know, you guys can vary these things up as you see fit. It's just, it's about preference. If you like maybe onions in your vegetables or some peppers in your vegetables, go for it. By all means, go for it. But then I'm just adding extra virgin olive oil, and then I'm also adding the Cook by Color seasonings to this as well. One of them is mushrooming around, one of them is ginger teas, and the other is Sassy Me. Then I'm just gonna bake the vegetables at 400 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. Now moving on to the potatoes. I have red potatoes this week. I'm doing them for myself as well as for Alex. I know I said in the grocery haul video that Alex was gonna do rice, but he actually wants to do the potatoes this week. So I'm just washing them, getting any of the dirt off of them, scrub them a little bit. Then I'm gonna cut them in half, and then cut them into little cubes, just gonna help them cook faster and more evenly. And then to go along with the potatoes, I'm also gonna cut up a sweet onion. You could also use a regular onion. Again, here's where you could add maybe a different type of vegetable with your potatoes, or I don't know. This is all kind of up to you and how you guys want to do it. This is kind of the ways that I prefer to do it. But then I'm gonna season it with extra virgin olive oil and the Flavor God Chipotle seasoning, which is really good. I love the Flavor God seasonings as well. They are some of my favorites. If you haven't tried them, I highly recommend that you do. And for the potatoes, I'm gonna bake them at 400 degrees for about 50 minutes to an hour and broil them for the last about 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna move on to just chopping up the watermelon and cutting it up into little cubes. I didn't use the best method to cut up this watermelon. I don't even know what I was thinking really, but it got the job done. I'm just cutting it up into cubes so that Alex and I have some watermelon to eat throughout the week. I personally love watermelon, especially in the summertime. I don't know, watermelon is one of my more favorite fruits, I guess you want to say. It sounds weird the way I said that, but I like watermelon a lot. He likes watermelon. It was on sale, so I got some watermelon for us. Now you can see I'm actually preparing some of the chicken a little bit different. This is for my sister. She likes it seasoned with the zesty Italian dressing, and then I'm just adding some pepper and I'm cooking it on the skillet. It's just a way that she likes it made, so I'm making it for her just on a medium-high heat for about 10 to 12 minutes and it will be done. And then I'm gonna move on to getting the lettuce ready for our salads. So each of us are having a salad this week. I have the Hearts of Romaine lettuce. You could use all spinach. You could use, I'm sure there's many other different types of lettuces that you could use. This is just one of the ones that we like. So I'm just cutting off the butt of it. You don't want to eat that. And then just cut it into smaller pieces, lettuce sized pieces, which I don't think is really a thing, but I'm going with it. So we have that. Now that the lettuce is all cut up, I'm gonna start to move on to the cucumbers. So I have some cucumbers here. I'm gonna use about half of them, not half of them, more like two to three of them for the salads. So I'm just gonna cut them in half and then cut them into little chunks for the salads. And the other half of the cucumbers, I'm gonna cut into the little oval pieces. And then I'm gonna put them in their own separate baggie so that I can have them for a snack throughout the day. Again, when I say you guys can add different things to your meal plan, you can add different vegetables to your salads. Maybe you like onions, maybe you like peppers. By all means, go ahead and add those things. What I'm doing, you don't have to follow it directly. This is just something, it's just me showing you the way that I like to do it. But now I'm gonna start to weigh out or package my sister's meals. Now I'm not weighing out the lettuce and the spring mix and the vegetables every single time. It's just, I use my MyFitnessPal to calculate this stuff. So is it 100% accurate? No, but it's gonna be very, very close. So you can see that I added, handful of lettuce, handful of baby spring mix, and then I added some cucumbers, and now I'm weighing out about 4 ounces to 4.5 ounces of the chicken for each meal. So she's gonna have a chicken salad for lunch just because it's gonna sit a little lighter on the stomach. Obviously, you don't want something really, really heavy over lunch to make you sleepy in the afternoon. I almost forgot to mention, I did get a new food scale from Vita Goods. So if you want a discount code on that food scale, which I used this week, it was awesome. I appreciate them sending it to me. There's a link in the description to check that out. But moving on to her other meal, I'm gonna weigh out about 90 to 100 grams of the red potatoes. And then I'm gonna weigh out about 90 to 100 grams of the asparagus. And then I'm gonna weigh out about 4 to 4.5 ounces of the chicken. And she's only getting 5 meals. And again, if you guys are wondering why does she only get 5 meals, it's because she requested it that way. She has a family, she likes to try to eat healthy also though. So I prep her, 5 to 6 meals a week. This week she only wanted 5. And it gives her the ability to, eat a little healthy throughout the week, but then also eat with the family as well if they want to go out to eat or do, something else. Moving on to Alex and I's dinner or post-workout meal. So I'm gonna weigh out about 125 to 150, more like 130 to 150 grams of the red potatoes for our, again, dinner or post-workout meal. And then I'm gonna weigh us out about 7 to 8 ounces of chicken for each meal. So there's no real preference that I did red potatoes over white potatoes over sweet potatoes. We just wanted the red potatoes this week. I know I get that question sometimes, and I get it often, is why do I do certain things over others? It's really just because that's what we were craving or it's what we wanted that week. It's, sweet potatoes might be healthier, but maybe we just wanted red potatoes this week. So that's really all. And then he is gonna have broccoli with all of his meals, and I'm gonna have asparagus with all of my meals. And I didn't weigh it out. Again, is it perfect? No, but I'm not in competition prep. He's not in competition prep. We're just trying to eat healthy and meet our goals. So the vegetables aren't really a huge deal if they have to be weighed out 100%. Then once I'm done with these meals, I'm gonna move on to our salads, and I'm washing up some of the cherry or grape tomatoes for the salads. And then the salads themselves are just gonna be a large handful of the hearts of romaine lettuce that I cut up. Again, you can use a different lettuce, as well as a mix of the baby spring mix. Again, here in your salads, if you want different vegetables or seasonings or I don't know, toppings, go for it, but you will have to factor those in then to the macros. For our salads, I'm just doing the grape tomatoes and the cucumbers. It's just simple and we both like it. And then for the chicken, we're gonna go with about 7 to 8 ounces of the chicken. It just sits a little bit lighter on the stomach for lunch versus going with, potatoes or rice, which once it comes bulking season again, we probably will go back to that. But right now, for cutting season, we're still doing these, lighter salads for lunch. And for the most part, that's all the meals that need to be prepped. I am still going to hard boil some of the eggs. I like to bake them in the oven. I just find that it's easier, I guess, with making larger amounts of them. So I'm gonna place them on my muffin tin pan, bake them at 335 degrees for about 30 minutes, and then immediately put them into ice water. And as those are cooling, I'm also going to prep or get my sister's strawberries around. She's gonna have strawberries as a snack throughout the week, and also in her breakfast. She likes to have some strawberries with her oatmeal in the morning, so she'll usually eat like 75 grams to 80 grams of strawberries with her half cup of oatmeal, and then the rest of the strawberries she'll eat in the afternoon for a snack, maybe with a hard-boiled egg. But yeah, I also then have 6 hard-boiled eggs for myself throughout the week. I like hard-boiled eggs, and they're easy, they're convenient, and they're quick. And that is it for this week's meal prep. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Here in just a few clips, you're gonna see all of the meals that I prepared. Again, keep in mind you can find a list of all the groceries in the description, as well as a list of all of the meals with everything that's in them broke down. So the protein, the carbs, the fats, and the total calories for each meal are gonna be in the description. Again, I just find that helps. Keep in mind, they're all factored using MyFitnessPal, so are they 100% correct? Maybe not, but they're gonna be very, very close. I just want you guys to know that and keep that in mind. I gotta stop saying keep that in mind. I say that way too much. But that is it for this video. Leave feedback, let me know what you thought. And as always, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And thank you all for watching.